In today's world, social media is more than just a platform to share photos with friends. It's a space where trends are born and opinions are shaped. And at the forefront of this movement are social media influencers. These individuals have millions of followers, and their opinions are reshaping the way we shop, think, and even live. Raise your hand if you've ever purchased something because you've seen an influencer use it. In fact, a 2024 survey found that 79% of people bought something after seeing an influencer recommend it.
I know a lot of friends of mine, if they see someone wearing XYZ, they want to get the same thing.
I follow people and then I'm like, oh my god, I want that and I want that. And I spend way more. I need to get rid of Instagram because that is the worst.
If I love a brand and I see an influencer who I know, I will buy from it. But if I see like a random influencer with a random brand, I won't.
But while influencers can drive trends, their growing power is also presenting some serious societal issues. From promoting unrealistic lifestyles to spreading misinformation, influencers are changing more than just consumer habits. The rise of influencers started early in the 2000s with platforms like YouTube and Instagram, giving people a chance to share their personal interests. What started as a way for regular people to share their hobbies turned into a massive industry. By 2010, brands began to realize that influencers were way more effective at reaching audiences than traditional ads. The influencer industry was estimated to be worth $15 billion by 2022, with top influencers earning $250,000 per post. It's safe to say influencers were no longer just regular people. Which platform do you think has the most influence in terms of marketing and trends? Well, the answer is TikTok. With its kind of reach, influencers can pretty much shape the way we spend our money, how we view ourselves, and even what we believe in. But there is a downside. The constant push for trends and promotions can lead to shallow consumerism, where we care more about appearances and status than substance. And with platforms like TikTok growing rapidly, influencers' reach are only expanding. Please watch this clip.
Word influence and influencers like thrown around as silly. Like, no, you're impacting other people's decision making. That is like world changing, because content is how we make decisions, right? If you're going to start a business, you're going to Google, how do I start a business? Read through some content, some blogs, watch some YouTube, and make your decisions this way. Like, that is huge. The fact that we can impact other people's decisions. And that's just like one example. Maybe the example is like, what should I eat for dinner? Or who should I vote for? Whatever you care about, that is influenced by content, and TikTok is a huge place to have influence right now.
Then, there's the issue of misinformation. Influencers have been linked to spreading false or misleading information, sometimes without even realizing it. One infamous example is the Fyre Festival. Influencers were paid to promote the event, which they portrayed as this luxury exclusive experience, but in reality, it was a disaster. Followers trusted these influencers, and as a result, many ended up in a chaotic situation. This kind of misinformation can have real-world consequences, and it's one of the reasons why influencers need to be held accountable. So, what can we do about this? Well, in the short term, we all need to be more critical of the content we consume. Educating young people about how influencers work and the potential for manipulation is crucial. Schools could implement programs to teach media literacy, helping young people to learn how to distinguish between authentic content and paid promotions. And while this might not solve the problem entirely, raising awareness about the impact of influencer culture is a good first step. Looking at the bigger picture, we need systematic changes. For one, influencers should be required to disclose when a post is paid or sponsored so followers know exactly who's behind the content they're seeing. Platforms also need to take responsibility for their algorithms. Many of them prioritize content that may not be authentic or trustworthy. Finally, governments could step in with regulations to hold influencers accountable for spreading false information or promoting harmful products. But this isn't just about regulating influencers, it's about creating a more honest and transparent digital space. Now, what do you think? Do you think social media platforms should do more to regulate influencers and ensure transparency in paid promotions? Thumbs up, middle, or down? Well, to wrap things up, influencers aren't going anywhere. They're a powerful force in shaping trends and opinions, but with that power comes a lot of responsibility. If we don't hold influencers accountable and push for transparency and education, we risk reinforcing harmful trends like unrealistic beauty standards, misinformation, and shallow consumerism. However, they're both short-term and long-term efforts. We can start to reclaim the integrity of social media. The question is, how much longer will we let influencers dictate our lives before we take control of the narrative?